Well, it's an honor to share whatever information that we have here with regards to entrepreneurship and how Lighthouse Cooperative was able to go into business as a cooperative. Uh, I am a graduate of BS Agriculture, major in animal husbandry, and I taught in the university for at least 15 years, Cagayan State University, and I finished my master in resource management from the same university. And later in 2003, I retired to join the management of Lighthouse Cooperative because during the time, its growth is already inevitable and they need someone to help in running the business. So I took some kind of a sacrifice because uh, during that time, Lighthouse Cooperative was still starting. And I think it's part of me to help develop the cooperative, which we started in 1998. And so there is no one that they thought could help the board of directors, uh, you know, manage the business which we started. And also, currently rather, I am one of the board of trustees of, no, not board of trustees, board of regents rather, of the Cagayan State University representing the private sector. So we've been in the business for 24 years now, and our major trust is more of generating employment because our cooperative is a church-based cooperative, and we have thought that probably if we can do something to provide employment to some of our members, because during that time, majority of our attendees were students, and we thought of coming up with an activity that probably could extend some help and employ some of them after graduation. And of course, we started with several kinds of businesses. Basically, it was trading and a buy and sell activity. We started with selling computer parts and services because in 1998, prices of computers were very exorbitant. I remember a simple a desktop before would cost about 175,000. It was only the government was able to procure this kind of equipment in those times. But when we entered the market, we saw something different. Laki pala ng kinikita ng mga computer stores before. So as part of our advocacy, we have to really help our members acquire personal computers. And so our entry in the market has brought down literally the prices of computers. So bumaba ng bumaba. Nagalit pa nga sa amin yung ibang mga computer stores kasi definitely naapektuhan yung kanilang mga negosyo. And then eventually, nag-evolve siya. So we opened up our school and office supplies because ang tinignan namin doon ay anong relationship ng computers sa iba pang produkto. So nakita namin yung supplies ay karugtong ng computers. No? And then another business came up kasi in those times, because we were dealing with government, so marami silang hinahanap. At we open up yung home and office furnitures namin. So may mga office equipment na nire-require mga government offices. So they were asking us if we could supply also these kinds of products to them. So naging tatlo na yung aming negosyo. And through that, we were able to employ already some of our graduates. So nadagdagan yung aming mga empleyado. who are actually members of Victory Christian Fellowship to Lead It Out. And in 2004, we explored going into the food industry. And so we came up with some manufacturing activities focusing on local products like longganisa, tapa, and other meat products. So yun yung naging kung paano nagsimula ang Lighthouse Cooperative. Yeah, the original founders of the cooperative ay tatlo, no? Ako, and then our chairman now, who is connected with the Department of Agrarian Reform, and Pastor Ross Casuelio, who is now the board member of the 3rd District of Cagayan. He was the pastor of the church. And yun yung team namin, no? I belong to the education sector kasi during that time, hindi pa ako nagre-retire. In fact, just for your information, I was the head of the Bachelor of Arts in Cooperatives of the Cagayan State University. So somehow, I possess the knowledge about cooperative management. And our chairman, who is a law graduate, was involved about the law, about the legal component of the business. And Pastor Ross, our senior pastor, is an accountant by profession. So doon namin binuo yun. And because of the need, kailangan namin maka-develop ng isang platform to help our student members by generating some employment, some forms of employment. Kaya namin nabuo yung cooperative. For the first 3 businesses that we have, wala masyadong concern about technology kasi technology and innovation kasi nga ano lang yan, trading. It's a simple type of business activity. But for the 4th one, which is the manufacturing business, doon talaga nakita namin yung need for technology and innovation. So, but one of the best practice that we had was to partner with governments. Of course, we are very aware that there are special laws and programs that the government would extend to cooperative businesses like us. And so we tried to exploit that. So by networking with them, we were able to learn that there are a lot of government programs extended to cooperative enterprises. And like, for example, the Department of Science and Technology, they have this specific program on small enterprise technology upgrading project, where they would be able to provide soft loans to enterprises for them to be able to generate the needed technology in their production activities. And we were able, through that program, we were able to acquire necessary technologies to improve the productivity of the cooperative businesses. We also have partnered with the Department of Trade and Industry, where they have this shared service facility program. And this is a grant, actually. So once you have identified the need, you connect with them, and they will extend the support that you need. In fact, currently I am sitting as a member of the Regional Technical Working Group with DTI Shared Service Facility Program. So, napakahalaga ng teknolohiya at inobasyon. Kasi aside from lalaki yung production mo, gaganda yung quality ng produkto. Because not only would they provide the hardware, meron din software component ito. Kasi train din yung mga kanilang mga kliyente kung paano patakbuhin ng maayos ang negosyo, and that ano pa ba yung ibang requirement, like for example, product development, that since we are involved in food processing, we have to make it sure that our products are certified by appropriate agencies like the Food and Drug Administration, that we have to adopt important good manufacturing practices, and that we have to get this certification because it is an assurance that the product that we produce are fit for human consumption. So free of contamination from micro what do you call this, mga bacteria na probably nakaka-apekto sa kalusugan ng tao. So our growth and development could partly be attributed because of our partnership with government. At kung alam mong gamitin ito, ay malaki ang naitutulong nito. No? So technology and innovation is one of the trust of the government, especially these agencies that have concerns on small and medium enterprise development program. Usually you get these opportunities from your customers, because when you ask them, ano pa ba ang kailangan nila, no? So maririnig mo sa kanila, sana merong ganito, sana merong ganito. And as an entrepreneur, yun naman talaga ang hinahanap natin. Ano pa ba ang kailangan ng market, di ba? So we try to consider this information, develop these ideas, and turn them into into tangible products, and eventually mag-evolve nito. So yung cycle niya, pag nakita ng gobyerno ito, may malaki ang potential nito. So ayun, nag-aalok na sila ng mga kanilang mga programa. So doon nagsisimula ang lahat. So yung opportunities ay makukuha natin din sa ating mga kliyente, no? Mga taong ating sineservisyohan, mga bumibili ng ating mga produkto. Kasi mas maganda yon dahil hindi ka na kailangang mamroblema pa kung paano mo ibibenta yung produkto. Kasi sila na mismo nagsabi, ito ang kailangan namin. So what you just have to do is to respond to the feedback of the market. So ganon nagsisimula yung pag-develop ng idea. Well, isa lang naman ang interest ng mga negosyante, ano? Kumita, di ba? So, based on the requirements of the clients, the customers, okay, we just have to make appropriate calculations using this technology, using this raw material, okay. Meron bang opportunity dito? If this is the requirement of the market, do we have enough sources of raw materials? Meron ba tayong mapagkukunan dito? And how much will it cost us from production to delivery? And from there, okay, ay magkakalculate ka na. So, this is the opportunity that we get from this particular, if we deliver this particular product, if we produce this particular product. So, yung mga, as a cooperative naman, we don't actually get everything. Because unlike other business organizations, corporations, partnership, and even single proprietorship, ang kooperatiba, yung kinita niya, ibabalik din sa mga miyembro yan. So, the best reward that we get is that we get to employ people and we get to provide them the necessary benefits that these people would receive. And these are all taken from the opportunities that we get in the market. we have always delivered. Our shareholders have always been satisfied. And we keep on growing every year, year in and year out. No? Our bottom lines are always positive. In fact, even during the pandemic, well, that has been the year of the greatest challenge that we have experienced. We thought we would experience a negative bottom line, but it was so surprising. Naging positive pa rin kami, and yet we did not retrench any employee. In fact, we thought of doing things, and we even employed additional workers during that time. So what we did was to think of an activity. That is why moving forward, no, we have established the Cagayan Tropical Fruits Agri-Processing Industry, because during the pandemic we thought of, processing tropical fruits that are just around us. Like, for example, santol. Alam natin, ang santol, sa likod bahay lang yan, sa backyard lang natin yan. Kung minsan, di ba, wala nang pumapansin kasi hindi mo lahat makain yung bunga nun. Nahuhulog na lang. Pero what we did was to process this. And we processed tons and tons of santol during the pandemic. So because of that, we hired additional workers. And because of that, we were able to get another assistance from the Department of Agriculture. So they provided us a grant, another grant of, malit lang naman, no, 2.5 million, which is now about to be finished, the agri-processing facility, industry facility. So, ganun yung nangyari. I could not think of a certain failure. Hindi naman yabang ito. Pero sa amin lang, basta consistently we grow. Well, there are mistakes, there are errors along the way, but we tend to outgrow those errors. We tend to correct them along the way. So that at the end of the year, when accounting period comes, makikita natin, did we perform or did we not? No? At siguro sa paningin namin ay maayos pa rin. Kasi, yun nga, hindi kami nag-negative. In fact, if you try to value yung effect ng mga decisions namin, it's even more than what we are receiving. So, hindi, modesty aside, wala akong maalaalang masasabing failure na na-experience namin. We are a non-agri cooperative, and the National Internal Revenue Code of 1997 limits the shareholdings of every member. Hindi kayo maniwala, 15,000 lang maximum capital ng bawat isa sa amin. You cannot increase that, okay, because that's the law. Although we can, actually, there's no limit if we want to. But there is a certain provision of the law that once you have exceeded 15,000, you already will be charged with VAT. No? And we want to protect this as a cooperative. Kasi yung VAT kasi, kapag pinatong namin yan sa mga miyembro namin, siyempre, tataas yung presyo. So we are protecting that in the form of a tax exemption certificate. Kaya, mini-maintain lang namin yan. But, yung tanong mo, paano kami, how did we come into this level na hindi naman kami nagdadagdag ng capital? I think it's simply good management. Good cash management. Every year, we allocate 50% of our income for business expansion. And although that is accounted as still, it goes back to the members, but we have asked the members not to retain the 50% of their dividends every year so that we can expand our businesses.